You want to throw down, dog? I'll throw down.
You think you're tough?
What's up?
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the times the most sociopathic South Park character was hit the hardest. And in most cases, we mean that literally.
It's you and me.
Come on, Cartman.
You took everything from me!
Stop it!
Number 10. The Coons' defeat. Cartman may have been the founder of the superhero team Coon and Friends, but it didn't take long for the rest of the group to kick him out.
We just believe that you have your goals and ways of doing things and they conflict with what we want to accomplish.
But we get the headquarters and all the equipment. You don't keep anything. This is my basement, and I'll tell my mom on you guys. We've already discussed this with her. Mrs. Cartman,
Yes, Mysterion?
please escort the Coon out of our secret base.
Being Cartman, or in this case, his wannabe crime fighter alter ego, the Coon vows revenge against his former allies. Conveniently, the Dark Lord Cthulhu has just been unleashed, and Cartman is able to cozy up to the monster to get him on his side.
Today we are pleased to announce the successful merger of Cthulhu and the Coon. Cthulhu's track record for complete dominance and interdimensionary rule is without question.
Their reign of terror doesn't last long. Cthulhu is soon defeated by Mintberry Crunch, who proves once and for all what it really means to be the good guy.
Well, I'm off. There are still many more questions left unanswered. I need to know what happened to my parents. Well, come back and visit anytime, dude.
Number 9. Kyle's Carnival Carnage. If there's anyone who knows how to put Cartman in his place, it's his frenemy, Kyle Broflovsky. Since the show's inception, Kyle has physically overpowered Cartman on several occasions, even going back as far as Season 2's Cow Days.
That was a waste of money, Cartman.
At an annual town festival celebrating the noble bovine, Cartman insists on spending all the boys' money on lame rides. The others, namely Kyle, blame Cartman for their lack of funds, and Kyle physically pressures him to enter a bull riding competition for $5,000.
What the hell makes you think Cartman rides a bull? Because you spent all of our money on those stupid rides, fat ass!
This merely results in Cartman getting amnesia. Ironically, Kyle's ferocity in this episode almost paints him as more antagonistic than Cartman, though the latter's future misdeeds tell a different story.
Oh, hey, Cartman, how are you feeling?
Pretty good, except I had the weirdest dream last night.
Number 8. The Visitor's Subject. In the series debut, Cartman becomes a prime target for extraterrestrial antics. After claiming he had a dream about being abducted by aliens, Cartman soon discovers the nightmare was all too real.
Dude, visitors!
Totally! What?
That wasn't a dream, Cartman. Those were visitors.
No, it was just a dream. My mom said so.
The aliens implant a tracking device in his rectum, causing him extreme discomfort and humiliation. This culminates in a scene where the device activates, emitting a massive satellite dish from Cartman's backside.
I'm sick of it! It's completely immature! Hey! It's happening again!
Whoa, look at that! Now do you believe us, Cartman?
This was before Cartman was established as the most sociopathic character on the show, so initial viewers probably felt kind of bad for him. But in hindsight, he absolutely deserves it.
That wasn't a dream, Cartman. That really happened.
Oh, right. Why don't I have pink eye then? Cartman, you do have pink eye!
Number 7. Fighting over Heidi. Season 21 has Cartman in a full-fledged, if complicated, relationship with classmate Heidi Turner.
Eric, this isn't working.
Heidi, I would be nothing without you, okay? I'm sorry.
In doubling down, Heidi's affections briefly turn to Kyle after she confides in him about Cartman's toxicity. Cartman, naturally, is not thrilled about Kyle stealing his girlfriend and confronts him at school in an Old Western-style showdown.
I should have known. Flying snake!
Cartman, I didn't mean for things to happen the way they did.
At first, it looks like a fight may start, with a group of kids gathered in the hallway to watch. But the brawl doesn't last long. Kyle knocks Cartman out with a single punch.
I'm sorry, Cartman. You just have to accept that Heidi's moved on.
Sadly, but not surprisingly, Cartman manipulates his way back into Heidi's heart by the end. Number 6. Tolkien's had enough. Tolkien is portrayed as a sweet, friendly, and mild-mannered kid in the boys' class. But Eric Cartman can push even the most docile people to their limits.
All right, Token, give me a smooth bass line.
I don't know how to play bass.
Token, how many times do we have to go through this? You're black, you can play bass.
I'm getting sick of your stereotypes.
Be as sick as you want, just give me a goddamn bass line.
Here, Cartman recruits Tolkien and Butters to form Faith Plus One, an ostensibly Christian musical group that's really just a get-rich-quick scheme. The band does incredibly well, eventually selling over 1 million records.
Dear Moop, this letter is to inform you that Faith Plus One's debut album has just sold 1 million copies. What?
But when Cartman's plan to get a platinum album is foiled, because in Christian music, they only give out myrrh albums, he destroys the band's reputation by spewing blasphemy in front of their fans. This leads to a face-off between him and Tolkien, who defeats Cartman with 3 easy blows.
Guess he got what he deserved.
Number 5. Kyle and the Snow Shovel. In Season 8's Goobax, the tiny mountain town faces the complex issue of immigration.
They took our job!
Meanwhile, our 4 protagonists deal with this concern in their own precocious way when they start a snow shoveling service. Predictably, Cartman weasels his way out of doing any work other than negotiating payment with their first customer.
Please let go of that tight grip you have on my bars. $10, you're breaking my bars, man.
How about $15?
It's a deal. All right, guys, let's get to work.
This doesn't sit well with the more morally conscious Kyle, who berates Cartman for his laziness. An argument ensues, and Cartman talks his normal big game. In the next shot, it's implied Kyle hit Cartman in the face with a shovel and injured his nose.
Ma'am, do you have a rag and some bandages?
Oh, goodness, what happened?
Shoveling accident.
Oh, no, come on inside.
Okay, so maybe we don't actually see this particular attack, but it's certainly an example of Kyle showing Cartman who's boss. Number 4. Cartman versus PC Principal. A product of the 19th season, which involved a serialized storyline for the first time in South Park history, PC Principal is a walking, talking parody of extreme woke culture.
I'm telling you all, this is done. Like it or not, PC is back and it's bigger than ever.
Although he may have the best intentions, he's not above resorting to violence to get his point across. We see this firsthand in Stunning and Brave, when Cartman threatens to blackmail him.
This certainly doesn't look good for you. I don't need to tell anyone about this. No, I think we have an understanding.
Far from taking the bait, the new principal becomes offended by Cartman's quote-unquote insensitive remarks and savagely beats the 4th grader, landing him in the hospital. Cartman may have learned the hard way, but at least he knows who he's up against now.
We can't beat him, you guys. PC Principal is too strong.
What do we do now?
There's nothing left to do. I'm going to admit I did something wrong, take my punishment, and move on.
Number 3. Kyle at Kenny's real funeral. This episode near the end of Season 5 really threw fans for a loop.
Oh, no. No. He just stopped breathing and it was over. But I didn't get to see him.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone decided to play with the Kenny dying gag by killing him off for good, or so we thought at the time. As such, this storyline constantly toes the line between funny and heartbreaking, featuring many sweet moments of bonding among the 4 main boys. In fact, there's a point where Cartman cries into Kyle's arms while promising to find a cure for Kenny's illness.
I'm gonna find a cure, Kyle. I swear to God, I'm gonna find a cure.
Sure you will, Cartman. Sure you will.
It was something fans never thought they'd see. Of course, it turns out Cartman's only big scheme was to build his own pizza restaurant out of stem cells. When Kyle realizes he comforted Cartman for no reason, it's not pretty.
Hey, I wasn't Kenny's worst friend. Cartman was.
Number 2. The Wrath of God. This darkly hilarious Season 15 premiere sees Kyle thrust into a very unfortunate arrangement.
What are you going to do to us?
Everything that you agreed to in the iTunes conditions.
We didn't read them.
Right.
Not that Cartman cares. He's too busy begging for an iPad, which is just about the only gift his indulgent mother, Leanne, is unable to provide. After begging, whining, and otherwise pulling his usual Cartman shtick to get what he wants, he's eventually given an iPad. Sort of.
Here is your very own human centipad.
When justice prevails and it's taken away, Cartman turns upward and begins to furiously taunt God, only to be promptly struck by lightning. You might be able to mouth off to your poor mother, but God doesn't take so kindly to vulgarity. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Wendy's most legendary moments. We can't rave enough about this victory. Wendy proves to be one of the show's biggest badasses when she finally teaches Cartman a lesson.
You'd better shut up or I'll make you shut up.
Oh, really? What are you gonna do about it, Wendy?
I'm gonna kick your ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Cartman has always loved messing with his bud Stan's on-again, off-again girlfriend, the overachieving Wendy. This time he pushes her too far by disrespecting the topic of breast cancer.
Hey, check it out. She's totally staring you down. She sure seems confident. You should probably go easy on her, dude.
Wendy vows at the beginning of the episode to beat Cartman up, and although he tries to get out of it, Wendy certainly delivers in the end. She pummels him in front of the entire playground, and the animation really drives home that it hurts.
Wendy?
I'm finished!
Hopefully Cartman knows better than to mess with Wendy Testaburger now. Did Cartman deserve these savage beatdowns? Of course. Let's discuss in the comments.
That's right. You and me. Right now. We're having it out. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.